So, my bard looks a little different. Doesn't she look good though? Yeah. Yeah, she does look good. I love her. So the answer to the question no, this actually isn't my alt. This is my new main. I did reroll, and while some people might think, wow, another Deathblade player, lol, let me explain. Before we get into it, if you like my content, consider dropping a sub to the channel or liking the video. Helps me out a lot. So yeah, I fully rerolled to Blade and Shadowhunter. Mainly Blade, but also Shadowhunter. And the big reason why I did this is because, number one, every class has its difficulties. Some people say that Blade is brain dead and Berserker is brain dead. But at a high level, both require a lot of skill to play. Everything does. So just throwing that out there, that if you disagree and you think Blade and Berserker are too easy to play, that's okay. I'm going to main what I like to play, and I really like Deathblade and I really like Shadowhunter. So if you want to judge me for being a Deathblade Shadowhunter main, you can judge me. I'm just going to be mean and say I don't really care. I like them. So I rerolled to a DPS class over a support, not because I dislike playing support, but instead it's because I have a goal. And that goal is to pursue something that I want more than anything. This is something that I want almost as bad as being a content creator. If Lost Ark continues to grow and gets an esports scene for its PvP, once Ranked comes out and we can see talent, I want to be picked up by an esports team and play competitive. I've always wanted to play competitive esports. I've always loved it. This will take a lot of grind, but the last time I said I wanted something this badly was getting a good speedrun on the Monster Elatrion and Monster Hunter World when it dropped, and I didn't stop until I did it. I literally have like 8,000 resets until I got a good clear time on it that I was happy with. I plan to practice and grind until I'm good enough at this game that I can achieve that dream. So why does me wanting to go pro have anything to deal with me leaving support? Since in competitive, you need good supports for teams. Well, it's honestly because solo queue is the only ranked bracket to play in that gains you elo. That means if I want to be a top tier player and get noticed, I need to climb to the top percent on the bracket. Getting through those early brackets as a support sounds pretty awful, honestly. Like in the early Abyss dungeons and Guardian raids, people just run away from me when I'm trying to shield them and run out of my healing. And it's really frustrating because then they run and die and then we have to reset, and they wouldn't have died if they would have just sat still since I was in a safe spot and they got heals and shields. This honestly made me just so frustrated with playing support. But with that said, when I played with my guild, I would have an amazing time. No one would run out of heals, everyone would set my shields. It was great. Teamwork, though, leaves in solo queue. On top of this, I wanted to play a class that I could truly fall in love with, and something I could play multiple of, like have my main Blade, my alt Blade, and technically my main alt Shadowhunter. I really wanted something that I could just sink my teeth into that much, and had like, wow, the skill floor isn't very high. It has a pretty low skill floor. It's not too hard to pick up. You can definitely tell the difference between a really good Blade and a beginner Blade, and it's not even close. But that's with literally every single class, because it is a very skill based game in PvP. So in World of Warcraft, I was really big into Arena. My highest rank was only around 1900, which isn't crazy since I spent the majority of my time in Mythic Plus dungeons. The point is, my highest rated characters were actually my sub and assassination rogue and my marksman hunter. A rogue and a hunter are my playstyle, honestly, when I do play carry characters. The issue is, even though I love archery more than being melee, I really don't care for sharpshooter in this game at all. It's really just because I don't like the hawk part and the really long cooldowns and the half melee part. It kind of kills the class fantasy of being an archer to me. So if they eventually release a female gunner version of sharpshooter that focuses on the bow and not a pet, I might play that on top of my assassins. But as of right now, my main and my main alt are both blades, and my other character I will be playing in the arena will be my Shadowhunter. These are going to be the three characters I actually care about and I gear up. Why is my main alt also a Blade? Honestly, it's because, believe it or not, Blade is pretty hard to play in PvE. Like, you can't make many mistakes or you just die because you're paper thin, and you need to constantly be aware of your positioning because you need to be getting your back attacks. And as anyone knows, back attacks on a melee is pretty hard to get consistent with. I mean, thanks to high axle, it is a little easier, but being like understanding your distances with high axle and spin cutter and your space dash, like understanding how much distance you cover to get good at dodging boss skill shots is really difficult. Playing two different blades not only lets me practice that more every day, but also it's cheaper and more cost efficient, because while yes, I'll need to grind out engravings for my Shadow Hunter, all engravings I grind out on my main blade affects my alt blade. So all gold spent on engravings on my main blade affects my alt blade, so they kind of progress together, and it just becomes very cost efficient. Any gems I use, any tripods I use, I can just share them between my blades. It's not something I have to constantly be refarming, so it's very time efficient. So yeah, I am pursuing being a pro player if a pro scene is developed, because I've absolutely fallen in love with this game. I've always wanted to be in esports, even when I was playing World of Warcraft 3v3 arenas, and right now I'm going to give it my absolute everything to get there. I will be making videos. I may make some more casual videos from time to time, like Splurky and friends, leveling random classes with my friends, maybe some PvP videos once I start sinking my teeth into PvP, because right now, since I just re-rolled, I'm really trying to catch up to my guild and item level, because we're going to be doing raids and whatnot, and that sounds really fun. So I'm trying to catch up to that, try to practice PvP. So yeah, expect PvE and PvP related videos with Blade and Shadow Hunter, the normal Genshin videos sprinkled in when exciting things happen or are shown that I want to talk about. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Thanks for supporting the videos. I plan to do more fun stuff. I would love to hear what you guys would like to either see me do, see me talk about, or any suggestions like that in the comments below. If you haven't subbed to the channel, please consider doing so. And if you liked the video, please leave a like. It helps me out a lot. It's free, so if you take 2 seconds to click it, that would be really great of you. But yeah, thanks guys. I'll see you in the next one.